Okay, second graders, our fourth graders are really excited to meet with you on Tuesday, and we're going to be doing a fossil sort. Now, our fourth graders have been studying rocks, minerals, and fossils, and we're going to be talking about some of the fossils you could find right here in Wisconsin. So I need you to use your imagination, and we're going to be going back 425 million years. So first, we're going to go into the portal. Whoa! And then 425 million years ago, right here in, like, say, County Line, and we just go back into this portal. Now, County Line School's not going to be there 425 million years ago. It'll look totally different. What do you think it's going to look like? Well, here we go. It would look like a shallow ocean. What? You're sitting there saying, a shallow ocean? We don't have an ocean around here. Well, 425 million years ago, if you went back, we would have had an ocean right here. And this is kind of what it would look like. It would be shallow marine, and you have a lot of coral and different looking critters living in the water. And our rocks right here, especially even in County Line, right by the basketball courts, they you'll find some of those fossils right on County Line Playground. Now, the Silurian Reef is done 425 million years ago, and that is a rock that is exposed right around County Line. Reef is, if you think about today, this is a Great Barrier Reef. Those are all those organisms that build up in the water there and live together. And you'd find all kinds of, different lifestyles, and the coral around there are filter feeders. They clean the water. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a unique approach to this because a couple of people I know at museums, Gabrielle and Brittany here, they like to tell a little bit about the fossil Pokemon connection. So I'm going to give you a little bit of fossil Pokemon connection too, because they said kids really like fossils and they really like Pokemon. So, first ones you might find are trilobites. That's our state fossil, Wisconsin state fossil. They kind of look like horseshoe crabs. This Kabuto is based off of him. So here's a Pokemon. Here's a fossil, uh, the real fossil that this Pokemon is based off. They would just kind of look. They would be like the crabs walking around on the bottom, eating whatever they could eat. They had little legs all over, little antenna in the front, and eyes, and kind of remind you of crabs or little. I don't know, almost kind of look like roly polies because they could roll up too. All right. Another one you could find is an ammonite. This guy right here is an ammonite. He looked like a little squid with a shell. And if something was attacking him, he could go in the shell, close it up, and be safe and come on out when everything went away. Now, he could also eat, these little tentacles could pull things into his mouth. Now, Ammonite and Amistar are based off of him. Another one we're going to find is brachiopods. These are shells. Now, remember, shells were all over, and these were organisms that could clean and just clean up the water for you. Shelder is based off of him. And you see Shelder's tongue? That is not really a tongue. That's actually how he anchors himself to the ground. So if you see right here, the real fossil would have had a little tongue-like thing called a pedicle that would go down to the floor, attach itself, and he could filter feed. Now, if something was coming close to get him, he could pull that down and go right down to the bottom, and nothing can get him. And then he could float back up to where some of his food is. This is kind of what the fossils will look like. This is like a model of what they'd look like, but these are what some of the brachiopods would look like. Some of them would be right in it, but yours will be out of the matrix, so you'll see the whole brachiopod. Some of them even look like butterflies. They're nicknamed sea butterflies, even though they're not butterflies at all. They're just the shell looks like them. And you can even find clams. Shelter's based off of him too. These are called pelecypods or clams. We call them clams.